Gas giant AGL has abandoned natural gas projects in Queensland and New South Wales. This has sparked celebrations in rural New South Wales. Opponents there had feared a $1 billion coal seam gas plan could devastate their communities. The company said a review had concluded that natural gas assets would no longer be a core business for the company. Dan Robbins is the Sydney coordinator for the rural preservation organisation called Lock the Gate. He's just returned from Camden, which is in New South Wales, where one of the projects has been stopped. Dan, thanks so much for dropping in. I can only imagine in Camden today there was a lot of celebration amongst lots of those people there. There was
a lot of celebration and a lot of doubt as to what is going to happen next. As I was saying before, there's a lot of residents still living less than 200 metres from AGL's gas wells, but the celebrations were happening on the streets of Camden today, as they were in Gloucester. I was talking to the people there also.
There's been such a lot of opposition to this, and it seemed at one point that there was only going to be one way that this would go. Did it come as a surprise that AGL decided just to pull out like this?
For many people on the ground, it's been a long, hard fight for the last 4 years, and it's been a growing fight, and we've watched this industry just go from bad to worse. It's like everything has gone against them, whether it's the economy or whether it's the community. And up in Queensland, we're seeing gas companies selling their assets. We're watching the oil price drop, and at the same time, we're seeing this huge rise of community opposition right across New South Wales and now across the nation. So in a lot of ways, it was expected that these companies were going to walk away. It's just a shame that it was the company that had to walk away and not the government in New South Wales to make a more positive decision.
AGL has said that basically volatile commodity prices and long development lead times are the main reason they pulled out. If those aspects of the decision were not there, if commodity prices were good, oil prices were rising, do you think they would have still stuck in with that project?
As I said before, I think everyone can see that there was a number of factors in this, and one of the factors was definitely the economic factors. And having been on the ground for the last 4 years in places like Narrabri, in Camden and also in Gloucester, I've just seen that these companies have been scared and have made decisions sometimes based on the fact that their brand would be damaged. AGL's been around for a very long time. They've had a good brand, and that brand was going to be damaged over and over, and they've made a decision, the right decision today, to walk away. And hopefully they can do that in Camden sooner rather than later.
Dan, there's a pro-CSG group, Advance Gloucester. Some people don't see this as great news. Many residents were hoping that project would stimulate local business opportunities. What would you say to them?
I don't know if there was a lot of stimulation in the area, having known Gloucester for quite some time. Definitely in Camden, there wasn't a huge amount of finances put into the community at a positive level, and so I don't think they will be missed. I think talking to people in Gloucester today and Camden, those people who were sitting on the fence, who might have been quiet about this issue, who didn't want to talk out about it, have come out and said, look, it is a relief, and it is good that we can now celebrate together, because these companies can sometimes divide communities, and today it was such a relief to see those communities come together and support each other, and congratulate AGL for leaving.
I was actually going to ask you about that. With these communities, pretty tight-knit, pretty small, a lot of them, when there's such polarised views on an issue, that surely gets to the heart of a community and can create rifts and divisions that would echo out from that issue itself.
It really does. I was a teacher out in northwest New South Wales, and look, all eyes at the moment are on a place called Narrabri, where Santos is the last man standing. They're the last company in New South Wales who believe that coal seam gas is not a failing idea, is not a dying industry, and they are trying to splinter that community, and they have a number of ways of doing that, and I only hope that Santos can see the light, stop dividing the community, and make a decision that is in the interests of all people in New South Wales.
You said at the very beginning, Dan, you're wondering now what next. Is Narrabri going to be on your radar next?
Narrabri is on everybody's radar now. Santos is the target for all of the groups across New South Wales and Australia, and yeah, Santos needs to make a decision and follow suit and follow what Andy Vesey from AGL has done, and make a captain's call on this and come out and do something positive and get the community on your side.
Dan Robbins from Lock the Gate, thanks so much for dropping in this afternoon.
Thanks very much.